with Dan Savage, OrlandoMagic.com.
Cliff, with the Knicks tonight or today, what are some of the keys against this Knicks team? And I know it's early, but are you already seeing some of Tibbs' imprints on this squad?
Oh, for sure. I mean, if I think the defensive part and then the purpose of play on offense, I think both very evident. And I think one of the big keys today, again, for us is, and it's why it's a good team for us to play, is we have to get the ball moving. We're going to have to move their size. They're big. They're disciplined defensively. And if you come down and take a lot of quick shots and don't make them, they're hard again. They're disciplined and they're big, and we've got to move them. So, watching our films, to be honest, there's things that we can do better defensively, but the majority of our problems at the defensive end are starting with poor offense, and we've got to get better in that regard.
Josh Robbins, The Athletic.
Steve, what kind of reports are you hearing about Evan and how he's progressing?
He's feeling better. He did more yesterday, and I haven't talked to him yet today, but we did some film work yesterday as a group, and we did some walkthrough in a ballroom, and he said he felt a lot better. So again, I haven't talked to him today, but he's definitely making progress.
Mark Berman, New York Post.
Hey, Steve.
Hey, Mark.
What is the hallmark of this Knicks team that you see Thibodeau's imprint exactly?
Well, I think that, again, it'll be balanced play. And I think that, what happens, it doesn't matter, who you are or what sport, but I think that sometimes you get you get labeled as a coach. And one of the things that's right about Tom is he's a great defensive coach. But if you look at the numbers from Chicago to Minnesota, he's also a terrific offensive coach. And balanced play wins in the NBA. I know that's what he's preaching to his team. And they'll be good defensively, and they'll get better and better offensively as the year goes on.
Mark, do you have a follow-up? He's on mute. Okay. We'll move on. Christos Saltis.
Hello, Coach. I would like to ask you, what impressed you most about last night's game of the Knicks against Boston Celtics, and how important for your team is to set the tone from your defense and show intensity and motivation on defensive end?
The Knicks were terrific yesterday at both ends of the floor, but obviously it was their defense that stood out against a terrific, Boston team. And we're coming off a good performance watching that game, and I think what we have to do hopefully is build on it. These morning, early afternoon starts are always different. So I hope it usually favors the team that's more ready at noon when it starts, and being involved in a lot of these, it's always a little bit different until the game gets started.
Okay, go back to Josh Robbins, The Athletic.
When the Magic played the Rockets earlier this year, you were asked what it was like to play against a team coached by Stephen Silas, and I think your answer generally was, it's hell. You don't like to play against it. Is that the same thing with Tom, even though you've done that many times before in your coaching career?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Tom and I are, he's very much a mentor to me. Jeff ain't going to give me my first chance here in New York. And then Tom and I had a friendship before that from when he was an assistant at Harvard, and I was an assistant at a Division II school in New Hampshire, St. Anselm. We used to work a lot of camps together and everything. But he took me under his wing, and he showed me what the NBA was about. He taught me a lot about player development, about how to communicate with players, and we're terrific friends. He was at training camp last year, and we're in close contact. So it's we have done it a few times, but it's never what you want to be doing.
Josh, do you have a follow-up? Are you okay?
I do have a follow-up, but on a separate question. What reports are you hearing about how Mo is feeling physically?
Yeah, I think he's doing well, and he's able to again, it's determined by the league, obviously, and rightfully so. They're being cautious, and it's a league protocol situation. So, but I think he's doing fine.
Dan Savage, OrlandoMagic.com.
Cliff, a lot's been put on Cole Anthony's plate this year, starting as a rookie after, truncated offseason program. With him coming to MSG, a spot where his father played, that could be mentally, overwhelming for a lot of guys. But just how confident are you in his mentality to handle everything he's taken on this season?
No, I think it's what he wants. I think he's a very confident young guy. I think he's handling it well. And again, we're 13 games in. I told the guys 2 days ago you can't overreact to things. We're playing a very different team right now than what we expected to be playing, and a different group than what we'll be playing in 2 or 3 weeks. So some guys right now are in roles that are definitely challenging for them. But I think they're all handling it well. We've played better, and I'm confident that we can take a step from the Brooklyn game and play well again today.
Okay. Any final questions for Coach Clifford? All right. Seeing none. Thank you, everyone. We'll see you post game.